Hi, I'm Jana, and this is a Real Mom car tour of the 2024 Hyundai Kona inline. And this has been redesigned. It's really cute, and the inline is really sporty. As shown, is $33,000. It's a great price point. It has terrific MPG, and it has really good space in the cabin and in the cargo. So I'm going to tell you really quickly, because this is my very first time using a GoPro. I always film on my phone and my tripod just broke, and so here I am at this random park trying to make this happen, and this may be a complete bust. So I'm going to tell you, fingers crossed, what I liked and what you need to know as quickly as I can, and let's hope this works. If you are new here, I'm glad you found me. I'm Jana. I am a boy mom. I thrive in chaos. I'm also an Aquarius, and I like cars. And if you're here, you must like them too. So let me know what you think of this tour, and let's get to it. Under the hood, you have a 1.6 liter turbocharged engine and an 8-speed automatic transmission. We also have paddle shifters, which I'll show you when we get inside. As you would expect with a smaller engine, she's a gas sipper. It ranges, you have 26 mpg on average, but I drove from Raleigh to Emerald Isle, North Carolina. If you're local and you know what I'm talking about, it's 2.5 hours there and back over 3 days. I did around town driving, and I averaged 31 mpg on this trip, which is better than what they have on the window sticker. You're gonna have inline badging on both sides and 19-inch inline alloy wheels that are specific to this trim level. In the front, we have LED lights and this LED light bar. You have automatic high beam assistance. Why am I crunched over? I don't even know if that's level. In the front, you have LED lights, this LED light bar, and these have automatic high beam assistance, which are very helpful at night. So it will, you know what automatic high beam assistance is. If you're watching this video, you're probably an automotive enthusiast. But I will say, I like the way you have your fog lights, your turn signal, and all of this in this case here. If you can't tell, this car is so dirty. Like I said, I drove it on a road trip, and it's still pollen season in North Carolina, and it's rained a couple times since I've had it. So it really is a cute car. You'll notice that it's going to remind you a little bit, probably, of the Ioniq 6. Just some of these lines, the more geometric lines, it's really cute. I want to talk about your side view mirrors. They are heated. They have a blind spot monitor, and you have your turn signal light in this side view mirror. You do have these roof rails on the side. And since we're outside, I was so tempted to go inside and show you the red trim, but we're gonna swing around to the back and keep this as cohesive as possible. If you can overlook the dirt, dust, salt water, pollen, and rain, I'd like you to look at this back end. You do have this really interesting spoiler, a light up top. You have another light bar in the back. If you were to upgrade to a limited trim level, this would have a power lift gate. For the inline, this is a manual pull, which I don't really hate, to be honest with you. And let's just go ahead and look in your cargo area since we're back here. People always wonder, I think people wonder, like, is the next step gonna be porn? I've had 5 people stop beside me to like see what I'm doing here. Just come over, bro. Just come over and be like, ma'am, why are you filming yourself in the back of a car? I'm happy to tell you. All right, in the back, tons of cargo area. We have a little cubby here for extra stuff, a light on the side. This does have a spare tire underneath, and you can, I'm just gonna leave this in without editing it out because you're probably gonna laugh. But this is a really good privacy cover. You could place things on top if you wanted to do that. It has the strings where it will go automatically, you know, up and down if it's hooked to the window, but I don't have time for that right now in this review. The coolest thing is they have designed it so you can slide it straight down if you don't want to use it and tuck it right behind the seats. That was actually a lot more graceful than I give myself credit for. Swinging around to the inside. In this trim level, the driver does have a power adjusted seats with lumbar. I drove my mom, who's in her 70s, all week, and I told her, she's like, what are you driving this week? I said, this is a really great car for anybody, but retirees love this type of car because it's a little bit higher up, a little bit bigger than a sedan. It's not a huge SUV, it's a gas sipper. And I said, you're actually the target market. What do you think? And she said, I like it, but I wish I had power seats. I'm pretty sure that if you upgraded to the Limited, you would have power seats. are a couple things you will notice right away with the inline trim level. You have alloy sport pedals and footrest here, and also this pretty red accent that carries through in the cabin, like this red stitching on your steering wheel and on these mixed material seats. I think it's a blend of a ventilated or a micro suede with Alcantara. Switch into a little POV right here. You can see up close and personal the digital gauge cluster. Your push button start on the side. This is a 12.3 inch digital display that you can customize somewhat, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. But you also have this 12.3 inch color touchscreen that has wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. Every other Hyundai I drive, you have to plug in a cord to get your Apple CarPlay, but in the Kona you do not, and I believe it's coming to the rest of the lineup. I really hope so anyway. And you can see that here. If you wanted to connect a phone, you could. So let me just show you that your climate is pulled out for the people who prefer that, and you do have buttons, your home button, your map for your nav, your media button, and those types of things right here. These stars are customizable buttons, so you can have this assigned to whatever your thing is, whether you want quiet mode, your Wi-Fi hotspot, if you want her to read the weather, if you want us to do your Bluetooth, whatever that is. And you also have another customizable star button right here. So enough about those buttons. Let me show you a little bit else about what's on here. Hyundai Pay. Okay. You have valet mode. Okay, I can't do shit right now, so let me move past that. A couple of things you can do with your color touchscreen. If you're not interested in this, skip ahead maybe 60 seconds and you'll be outside of the screen stuff. But I do want you to know that you have a Wi-Fi hotspot on board, which I think is fabulous if you're with people who are working, have laptops or devices. You can check. You can also do different things with your vehicle, like your driver assistance. You can toggle things on and off as to meet your preferences, like your highway driving assistance technology. You can also do the forward safety collision, whether you want it standard or late, your lane safety, your blind spot, and you can kind of adjust each one of those to your preference. As we also have a driver attention warning, and this is the vehicle departure alert. So if you're at a stoplight and the car in front of you takes off and you're not paying attention, you'll get a ding and an alert here that'll say the lead car has pulled away. One of the things that I think is really unique and that I would actually use, I want to know if you would use it as well, is this option to customize how you recirculate your air, which may sound kind of crazy, but in North Carolina we have farms around here that don't smell great, and industries that are, who cares? You don't really care about that. The whole point is, if something doesn't smell good outside the car, I always recirculate, as opposed to fresh air. And then if it's polleny and that sort of thing, I recirculate. So for people who live near tunnels, look at this recirculation thing here. You can activate this upon entering a tunnel, and it'll block the outside air when you are entering a tunnel, which I think is really cool. And it'll go from obviously letting in fresh air to recirculating. You also can activate it when the washer fluid is in use. So if you were, I didn't realize washer fluid had that much of a smell, but I guess people do. And when you're cleaning your windows, it will prevent the scent of the washer fluid to enter the cabin. So you can customize that. It is a little bit of a luxury. Some people may think it's frivolous. I just think it's cool to have options. The Kona inline does have a sunroof. It's kind of small, but I think it's okay. It doesn't cover the back seat. I'm not sure if the Limited would have a larger one. Up front, I do like the storage area here, which is kind of deep and just really good for somebody if your passenger wants to put a cell phone or something. I know some of you people are like, what is that, ASMR? My little nails tapping. There you go. All right. You can see your red accenting here. I think I already showed you that up close. Let's look at your Let's look at your console area a little bit further. This is your wireless charging pad. This is your dedicated for your USB-C chargers, whether you want it to just charge or you also want it to connect to your screen. We have heated seats, an auto hold button, and 3 drive modes. Your drive modes are snow, which is going to activate your 8-track system, normal for everyday driving, and sport for when you want to kick it up a notch. And here are those paddle shifters that I was telling you about when I was outside the car. Hyundai is also known for these really interesting cup holders, or maybe they're not known to everybody, but they're known to me because I drive a Palisade every day, and I like these cup holders. I think they're cute, I think they're convenient, and I've not had an issue with them. Even though it's a lot of moving parts, I haven't had them break on me. You can also have more storage if you want to take this storage bin out from under your armrest. You can also remove this piece, and this is a complete flow through kind of thing. Again, I like options. I just want to show you kind of an up close of the stitching in the seat because I think it's really pretty. It looks premium and it feels good. I will say that my mom, who I mentioned earlier, did say her back was aching just a little bit. I won't say it's the most comfortable ride of my life, but I also didn't hate it. One of the things on your steering wheel, you can control your, okay, that was a tough transition, but come with me. Come with me. We're looking at the steering wheel for just a second. This is written in Morse code, I believe, which is H, stands for Hyundai, of course. You can control your adaptive cruise control and your lane keep right here, and you control your audio over here and your voice assistants. I need directions to Crabtree Valley Mall. So you, okay, we're gonna exit, but you get the point. You can do things with your voice. Let's look at the back seat. I think it's about 38 inches of legroom. This is set for me. I'm 5'7". I have good legroom, good headroom. My vents are right here. You have an additional little red accent there. 2 USB-C charging ports with a tiny little cubby area for storage. You have a bottle holder in each door. You have an additional 2 cup or bottle holders in your armrest, 3 headrests in this back seat with 2 sets of lower latches and 3 top tethers to help you with your car seat setup. I also want to show you that this seat is on a 60-40 split and it will lay flat. And I think that's about it for the Hyundai Kona. So I hope you enjoyed this quick, if not disjointed, tour of the 2024 Hyundai Kona. I do this as a hobby. Try not to rake me over the coals. Any mistakes are my own. I do get press cards from manufacturers for a fair or unbiased review. I have all forms of social media, TikTok and Instagram, and you can also find me at realmomcartours.com. So let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know if you have any questions about the Hyundai Kona. Drop something in the comments if you would like, or hit follow, or what is it, subscribe, if you'd like to see more fun and family car reviews. Thanks for watching.